Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're returning. I'll be doing another fall trends video today and I'm super excited. This one is focusing specifically on shoes. I'm very passionate about shoes and I also feel like sometimes when I'm putting together a look, once I get to the shoe part, it can be kind of tricky picking the right one. So I like to do these videos specifically on shoes for that reason and just because I like them. Normally in these videos, I'll style an outfit with the said pair of shoes, but I'm just gonna be using inspo pics today from social media, which is a huge source for kind of how I put together these videos. So Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, YouTube. I also like just seeing the things around me in real life, and I also like to read publications like Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, Cosmopolitan, Birdie, things like that. And obviously it's just my interpretation of the trends, but everybody can interpret trends however they want. I will also put in the description box some links for each pair of shoes so you guys can kind of see where you can shop that style. And if you haven't already subscribed, it means the world to me when you do so. And without further ado, let's get into the trends. All right, so the first shoe trend I want to talk about is the Birkenstock Boston clog. In my fall trends video, I didn't mention this trend because there were so many trends and I felt like it was getting to be too many. So I just took a couple of things off. So one of the things I took off was that, but it's not to say that it's not trending or that I don't love it. Here it is, we'll talk about it here. I knew I was gonna do this video, so that's why I took off some shoe trends. But anyways, this is absolutely trending, whether you like it or not, which I know a lot of people feel strongly that they don't like this trend and a lot of people love it. I personally took a little while to come around on this trend because I used to wear shoes just like this, but they were from American Eagle growing up, and I didn't really want to get back into the trend because I had a weird connotation with how I used to wear these shoes. But now that I've kind of leaned into it, I absolutely love it here. It's great. You guys should join. They are so comfy. They are so comfortable. They're super practical and wearable. They're really easy to style, especially with casual outfits. So I actually wore them with my outfit today, which you guys can't really see that well. But this little vintage tee is a Derek Jeter tee. I thrifted this in New York last time we were there. And then these are just like a straight leg, kind of like lighter wash, high-waisted dad jeans. And they have a cute little booty slit in the back. And I wore my Bostons with this and it was perfect, just like a nice little casual outfit. So they're very easy to style, and especially going into fall and winter, I love these styled with like very chunky layers. So cardigans, sweaters, scarves, even with like flannels, chunky socks, leg warmers, any kind of denim. They're just very versatile and very easy. So if you haven't, try to get your hands on a pair of these if you're into that style. They are sold out a lot of the time, but I will link whatever I can find for you guys. Okay, the next one is loafers, and this is something that was also on trend last year, and it's still going strong. So we love to see that because I feel like a lot of the trends are just moving so quickly these days. But loafers are obviously a classic and a staple, and they've been really big in terms of how popular that they've been for the past couple of years. So we love to see that. I think that loafers are great when you kind of lean into that schoolgirl vibe a little bit. So pairing them with white socks looks so good. Skirts, dresses, anything kind of in that schoolgirl range. But I also really like when they're played into with menswear a bit. So trousers, suits, little vests, anything like that I think looks really cool with loafers as well. But again, these are super versatile shoes. You can wear them with florals or slip dresses and they look great. You know, pretty much anything works. Again, if it's super casual, and things a little bit more dressed up can work with loafers as well. I have a pair of loafers from ASOS that I really love. They're not expensive, they're not fancy, but loafers aren't a huge part of my personal style, so I'm not really ready to invest in a super nice pair yet. But if that is more your style, I think it's a great thing to invest in because they are super classic and you can get so many outfits out of them. I do love like the Chanel pair and the Prada pair and all those fancy designer ones, but I think that there's really great inexpensive ones too. So I love that you can see a nice good range of that shoe as far as price point goes. All right, next one is a boot trend, which obviously boots are kind of a no-brainer going into fall and winter, and I personally have loved boots so much for my entire life. It's literally a personality trait of mine to have loved boots. Like when I was 4 years old, I had this pair of red shiny boots that I was obsessed with, and literally ever since then I've had a shoe obsession. Like I have a bin in my house, and I always have, just for boots. Like I am a boot hoe. But anyways, square toe boots are so good. I'm obsessed with them. I love them. I've had a crush on square toe for a while, and I love to see that it's trending a lot right now because that means it's a little bit easier to get our hands on. The pair that I have particularly seen everywhere that I love is this kind of creamy beige, almost like a butter yellow color of like a calf height pair of square toe boots, and they're from Tony Bianco, I want to say, and they are so good. They look so chic with everything. I think I mentioned this previously. Oh yeah, in another video, I was talking about the Mista boots, which were super popular, but they're a little bit more expensive, I think, and they've been sold out for a while. They're really hard to get your hands on, but this pair of boots is similar to those, but they're a little bit taller in how far they go up on your leg. They're just stunning. I love them. And outside of that, I love like any square toe boots, so it doesn't have to be those ones. They could be a little bit chunkier, they could be a more fun color, they could be just like a nice black one that's gonna look amazing with everything. And these are super sleek, a little bit more elevated and dressed up than the previous shoes I was talking about, but these look really good with like slip dresses, slip skirts, with slacks, trousers, with jeans, honestly, with a lot of things. So have fun with these. They're kind of like the statement piece of an outfit, I would say. The rest of your outfit could be a little more toned down or not have any super crazy pieces, and the boots can kind of do a lot of the talking, because I think a square toe is just a little bit more unusual than most shoes that we see, and it's a little less safe feeling. Like a round toe, anything feels a lot more safe than a square toe, because it's so many more shoes have a round toe than a square one. Do you know what I mean? So this is kind of like the statement piece in the outfit. Okay, and another boot trend that we love that has also been trending for a while is the Western inspired boot. So cowboy boots, cowgirl boots, whatever you want to call them. This is something that I've always loved too. If you guys don't already know, I kind of grew up in like a country type situation, ranching family and like ranching area, high desert mountain, cowboy, cowgirlish vibes. So I love anything that's a little bit Western because of that, I think. And specifically the Western style boot has been trending similarly to like a loafer or something for a while now, and it kind of carries over through all seasons. It looks great in the summer, it's really fun going into fall and winter, and it's just a great, again, kind of statement piece because it's a little more unusual and it's a little bit more talkative of a shoe, I would say, than something that's just very safe and predictable. So you can have a lot of fun with a Western inspired boot, but it's not like too over the top, which is great. So personally, heading into fall, I love the way that these look styled over denim. So the denim kind of tucked into them, but they also look great with the denim over the boot if you want something a little bit more subtle. Obviously, so good with shorts or skirts, maybe even with like tights if it's colder where you live, sweaters, button-ups. You can kind of like throw these on again with anything, but I would say that they're a little bit more on the dressier side actually, or easier to style, a little bit dressier than like super casual. So I would tend to wear maybe a Western inspired boot with like a button up or a sweater over like a graphic tee or sweats, obviously, something like that. So it's a little bit more elevated, whereas like the Birkenstock clog is more on the casual side. Like you could wear those with sweats or a graphic tee like I did today, but the Western boot I feel like looks better, a little bit chicer and more dressed up, but do however you want. Okay, we're gonna talk about another boot because boots literally run the world. Platform Uggs. So specifically, I just got the Ultra Mini Platform Uggs, and I saw these, I can't remember where I first saw them. Shoot. Okay, but anyways, I was thrifting the other day with my friend JC, which you guys probably know because she's like the queen of the internet. And we were talking about outfits, and I told her, I was like, I just got these mini Uggs, you know, the really short ones. And she was like, yeah, like the platform ones. And I was like, yes. I just got the platform ones. And she was like, me too. And I was like, no way. But I had to return mine because they were too big. And she said, me too. And we literally had parallel experiences and it was so funny. So be warned that they do run a little bit big. She's a 5.5, I'm a 7.5. I got an 8, she got a 6, and we both had to exchange for the size down. So I ended up getting a 7 and they fit perfectly. They're so cute and so fun. And I mentioned that story because obviously we're both like on the same wavelength that we got those, and we're both in the fashion-y space. So they're trending, obviously, because we both got them. No, I'm just kidding. But I also saw some pictures recently of Bella Hadid wearing them with some socks. She was eating pizza. She looked super cool, of course. And I think that they're just gonna be really big this year. I haven't been able to find more pictures of them because I think that they're literally just becoming popular. So I don't have a lot of inspo pics for them, but I really promise I think that they're gonna be maybe the it Ugg this year, which Uggs have had a major comeback in the past year or so. Which brings me to my next point, that I also like the platform slipper Uggs. I think they're called the Taz or the Tasman. They have like the little design around the rim. They are super comfy, super cute. They were really big last year, and I love the way that people were styling these last year, kind of in an interesting juxtaposition with blazers and denim and kind of a little bit more elevated and dressed up outfits with a literal slipper. So obviously we love that because it's so comfortable and it's practical, and I'm a huge fan of that. But it's also just an interesting mix, which I really like too. We're spicing it up a little bit. Those slipper style Uggs obviously look really great with leggings and chunky socks and sweats too, just like classic super comfortable clothes. But if you want to try something funky and put them with something a little bit more dressed up, that also looks really cool. Okay, we have another boot to talk about here, and I wanted to mention this specifically because I have seen it a lot and it is kind of just such a standout that I couldn't really not talk about it. But I absolutely am aware that it is not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and it's probably going to be controversial and very strange, but I just have to throw it out there. So I won't spend much time on it because I don't think most people are going to wear this. But these like denim boots, I don't even know what the proper term for them is, but they're kind of a DIY situation, I think, unless there is a brand that I'm not aware of that this is the thing of them, which is totally likely. So just let me know in the comments and I'll adjust or pin the comment or something. But it's like you cut off your jeans, you know, with scissors, and then just the leg part is the boot, and then it's like a normal boot underneath that, but it looks like there's just a denim pant leg on top of it. It's not like one seamless thing. So very interesting. I think I saw Teza on Instagram wear these for Fashion Week, and then I've seen some other girls like on my Explore page and whatnot wearing these, and I've just seen some buzz about them, so I had to mention them. I actually do really like them. I think they're super cool and I would wear them, but I'm into stuff like that, and I get not everybody is. So I'm not even really going to talk about, I mean, I guess I'll say how I would style them. I really like denim and leather mixed together, so I'd probably do like a leather skirt and maybe a leather corset or something with those denim boots. I think would be super cool. Because of the way that they're structured, I think that they kind of only work best with skirts and dresses so that you can see what's really happening there, but I could be wrong. All right, next we're gonna move on to some heels, which is not my forte. I'm not a big heels girl, but I do appreciate them, and I have been getting more into them over the past couple of years, but I've never been one of those people that like, I can't even wear heels for more than an hour really. Lately, I have seen a ton of Kitten heels, which has been something that's been popping up for a couple of seasons as well. But specifically, these pointed toe Kitten heels is what I've been seeing so much of. Whereas before, I think I was seeing more sandal version of Kitten heels. So I think my girl Bridget was wearing these the other day. Yeah, what were they? They were YSL or something. She has really cool style. I love looking at how she pieces things together. And she was wearing those with denim, and she said she wears them all the time. She kind of dressed them down, made them casual, and then Belle, what's her last name? She's this really cute Australian girl. I saw her wearing heels similar to this the other day with denim and a white button up, so kind of dressed it down again. Not a pointed toe Kitten heel in the way of like pencil skirts and blazers, kind of businessy, although I do think that looks really good together still. But I've seen it in this really kind of casual, almost masculine way recently, where it'll be like baggier jeans or like a really structured white top I think Belle was wearing. And it kind of just has this like masculine touches to it with this really sleek and kind of like sophisticated, sexy heel. So I've been really into that. I don't know if it's my personal style and if I would really pull it off, especially kind of like living by the beach in Southern California. That's not really the vibe, but city girl or something maybe a little bit more East Coast, I think that this shoe is very cool and very much so happening. Okay, another one that I actually did mention in my fall trends video, which I mentioned there too, is controversial and I still don't really get why, is the ballet flat. So I get that everybody has different tastes and we are not all gonna like the same thing, but I don't get why ballet flats are offensive really, because they're just like, they're so plain, like they just don't really bother me. They don't get much out of me, I guess. And again, I think I mentioned this in that video too, I don't think it's really my personal style to wear those, and I don't see myself wearing those a lot, but they are absolutely trending. They're all over the runways. You can see them all over street style and all that good stuff. And I think they're cool. I think they're fun. I actually like the ballet flat best, I think, when it's kind of played into actual ballet style. So with some leg warmers or some chunky socks or maybe like a feminine dress with a little bit of body in the skirt or something that just literally gives ballerina vibes. I like that. And then I also see the ballet flat style a lot of times very chic and kind of classic and timeless, which is really cool. It's not really my personal style, but I do appreciate that and think that it works really well. So take it or leave it with the ballet flat. Okay, next we're gonna talk about Mary Janes, which I think are pretty similar to loafers, but I think that they're a little bit more specific and a little bit more maybe youthful or playful than a loafer. I kind of think that loafers can definitely lean into that schoolgirl vibe, or they can be, like I said, a little bit masculine and maybe businessy. I think that Mary Janes are very schoolgirl, but more like almost costumey, but not in a bad way, and just a little bit more fun of a choice than a loafer, a little bit more risky maybe even. So I do like this. I think that it looks really cool, again, with like the white socks or knee-high socks with tights, something like that, and just kind of cool girl funky layering as well. So if you're gonna do it that way, I feel like it's, you know, kind of mixing styles together. It's not as schoolgirlish, it's just kind of a very well done hodgepodge of styles, if you guys know what I mean. It could definitely be a very cool girl city, you know, like New York type vibe to me, I guess. And if you want to do it a little bit more safe, but you're still having fun because you're wearing Mary Janes, I think you go more of just that like classic kind of schoolgirl feel with it. Maybe like a plaid skirt or a dress, something like that. So I feel like maybe here you might be a loafers girl or a Mary Jane girl, or you could be both. Okay, next one that we have to talk about, which I also talked about in my fall trends video, is the Samba sneakers. So these are the Adidas sneakers that you guys have probably seen literally everywhere. This is such a cool girl sneaker. Like, it feels like the it girl shoe right now, and I think they're like impossible to get right now. But the reason that I really like this shoe trend is because, again, it's practical, it's wearable. I love sneakers and it looks really good. So it's interesting that we're kind of moving away maybe a bit from the chunkier shoes like the dad shoes, the Balenciaga, things like that in the sneaker space. I still personally like platform sneakers and chunky sneakers. I'm not going to stop wearing them. But as far as trends go and the things that we're seeing more, this is definitely a much like slimmer, sleeker silhouette than those, and it is just kind of interesting. So I actually really like big shoes because I like proportionally the way that they look on my body. So like skinnier, smaller, flatter shoes I don't like as much. Maybe why I wouldn't be like a ballet flats girl, but I can still appreciate them, and I think that they can be styled so well. And particularly with this shoe, it is very easy to style. I think that they make everything look cool. So you can wear these with dresses, like silk dresses or floral dresses. You can wear these with baggy cargo pants or denim, overalls, shorts, skirts, sweats, literally I think you can wear anything with these. Even like a full-on suit would look cool with these. So it kind of can range from top to bottom as far as like casual to dressed up, I think. And just pretty much any category of clothing I think could look good with these sneakers. So you've seen them a lot on Bella Hadid recently, and she definitely has very cool girl style, and then just tons of cool girls on social media and on the internet I've seen them on, and I'm a fan. So that's kind of the it sneaker right now. Okay, and then lastly, one more boot trend I wanted to talk about is metallic boots. So I have seen these a lot lately. You know when things just keep popping up and you're like, there is something to that. It's definitely happening. That's what's going on with these metallic boots. So I actually saw a lot of girls wear these during fashion week, and at first I was like, that's not really like my vibe. It just seems too crazy. Like I couldn't really get down with it or something. But then I continually saw them styled and I was like, these are growing on me. Sometimes trends are like that. It takes a little time for me to warm up to them. The girls that I can think of off the top of my mind that I saw wearing them at Fashion Week was Acquired Style on Instagram. She is so cute. She's the best style. I'm obsessed with her. I think she was wearing silver ones a couple of times, and the way that she styled them was like, I remember one dress she was wearing was a cream, very feminine, kind of playful dress with metallic silver boots, and I was like, I would never think of that. Of course not, but she did, and it looks amazing. It's so fun. It's so different. And then another girl is Sophia. She is from the UK. You guys probably know her too. She's like the queen of her and her best friend are like the queen of the internet as well. But they were in New York, and she was wearing blue metallic boots with a dress that kind of matched, and I was like, when I saw these photos, I literally gasped. Like I was like, that is so beautiful together. And again, I would have never thought of it. I would have done something more predictable that kind of was like safer and matched those dresses in a safer way. And I really liked the risk taking and the spice that these boots added. So I get that it's not going to be for everyone again, but these are a good statement piece, a little pop to your outfit. So have fun with them if that's your vibe. If not, we will be wearing black knee-high boots as well, and white ones forever probably, and those are super cute and look amazing with everything too. But if you're feeling funky, try that. Try the metallic. Okay guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have requests for videos that you want to see in the future, you can always drop them in the comments. I'll add them to my list. And as always, I really appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.